talk about 64. So.
Of course, dude. I mean,
so
even though I'm here to do every game, you know this one.
I didn't notice this until like a minute ago. They're playing on the newest version of 19XX. Shout out to Jorgasms. One of the new features he made, you'll notice from the music, this isn't the Dreamland music. So you can play any music. It's an old Game Shark code, I think, where you could play whatever music you wanted on the different stages. So like before it was the Mario theme or whatever, the Peach's Castle, and now we got Yoshi's.
Now stage that we definitely don't see in competitive play.
Yeah, there was a couple weeks where it got tested in Baltimore on the 19XX without the clouds. The blast zones were kind of hilariously small. So like Falcon, it was kind of his house.
So was it without the clouds? Did that mean that the left and right blast zones were normalized then?
Yeah, they were.
Blast zones still so huge?
No, they were even smaller than we would laugh every time somebody got thrown out the blast zone because they would explode before they went completely off the screen. So you would see the character and they just disappear. So like that's why it was like Falcon's house. Kirby did really well because of the slants on the platforms. I feel like he kind of dominated that type of movement.
I mean, I feel like that makes sense. You can do really weird things, very gutsy with the Stone Edge.
Right,
it's like anytime it's a slant, he just slides down.
Yeah, of course.
Now
I was trying to figure out if this is an actual match. If they got started, nobody told us. So
no, I mean, it is what it is. So talking about the match itself, we're seeing Schlag in quite the deficit. I know that at the highest levels of play, this is a matchup that is slightly in Fox's favor.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Kirby, at the lowest level, he dominates a lot of matchups because playing against him, a lot of these characters just have poor recovery, and he completely punishes that. Very unforgiving matchups. But when you get to the higher level, you'll see Fox just completely tear him down and completely immobilize Kirby with lasers, and his hitboxes just are very good at outspacing Kirby's.
In particular, the down tilt from Fox.
Yes.
The big reason why Fox in neutral has a really strong advantage. Where Kirby makes it up, though, is exactly where Yass2Queen has been demonstrating. When it comes to those edge guards, Kirby certainly has the upper edge, especially whenever you're going against a character who has a really exploitable recovery like Fox. A little time to start up, more than enough time. Mistiming the dare. If he had fast fallen at that moment, he would have been able to close the first game out.
Could have just down tilted. So one thing that a lot of newer Kirbys don't realize is they're a lot weaker the second they leave the ground. Unless you're above the other person playing Sky Kirby, if you're in the air but below the other character, you're vulnerable. Falcon and Fox can definitely beat out a lot of Kirby's aerials. His back air is incredibly strong. His forward air is very strong.
Pretty good too.
The music. Yeah, his neutral air is very good, but he is so much stronger against these characters like Fox and Falcon when he is on the ground up tilting or pivoting, just moving around and threatening with that up tilt.
Yeah, I've been inclined to agree, which is really funny because when we started playing just for fun, every Kirby's in the sky.
Right.
Oh my God, so many jumps.
Yeah.
Use the ball.
That's what I'm saying. You have a lot of jumps, but you don't necessarily have to use them.
Now this is a matchup where I feel like verticality might actually play an interesting role, right?
So I can only tell you based off of what I've seen from, I guess, Revan and Handsome Tom. Those are the only Kirby dittos at a high level I can say I've seen lately. I think Kiro and Tacos might have played some at SmashCon, but I only remember Triple Thunder, But yeah, it seems they both want to get to that top platform to gain aerial superiority. Down air is your strongest tactic because nobody's going to want to try and go into the other Kirby's up tilt, so you're both going to go to the sky to try and get above the other person and down air them. And it looks like that's kind of what Yass is doing right here. He's just getting above Schlag and throwing out those down airs.
Exactly. And down air, like you touched on, it's such a strong move. I feel like it can beat out almost everything in Kirby's tool set. At the very least, trade.
Yeah. The only thing that beats it is up tilt, really. You can get around it, poke out in airs and stuff like that too. You'll see
Yeah.
If one of them has good enough spacing, they'll pop out like a nair to kind of poke through the side.
Yeah, I want to see a lot of baits. Trying to really, because at the end of the day, while the dair is a solid option, it's still a very committal move.
Yeah.
So maybe with try to take advantage of some of whatever
Just
limited
dash away, pivot, F smash. You know, something. That's Kirby's grabs aren't so great for follow-ups, so it's harder for him to punish that kind of a, bait. You know, when they miss the downer, you can maybe F smash them, you can maybe pivot back into an up tilt, but you know, with Pika and Falcon, you can just pivot, grab them, and just completely go to town.
Exactly. So
it's a little tougher in the Ditto to get a solid punish on that.
No surprise that this is a much slower paced match than before as well. I mean,
honestly,
in a lot of ways, it feels like a chess match.
Honestly, it's in terms of time, it's not going that slow. It's only been a little over 2 minutes, and Schlag is already down to 2 stocks. These guys are playing pretty aggressive. You see that a lot in the early matches. Just they don't have that mindset to kind of hang back and bait into attacks. They just want to go out there and hit them in the face.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Patience is definitely a virtue, but it's also a skill that you need to develop over time.
That was very good by Schlag. It kind of looked like he was going to get baited into a rising down air, which is like Kirby's off-stage gem. Just let them come at you and try and punish you off stage, and then just hop down air and they're dead. He kept his spacing. He knew that was a danger and is still alive and took the stock.
Good.
This is good play from Schlag. He's doing a little bit better, but pretty close to death here.
Yeah, it's tough. I feel like Yass has done a great job of making most of the wins in neutral and having much stronger punishes as well, which is the reason why we're seeing the deficit that we see now. Now we're seeing Schlag starting to have a bit of momentum, already usurped by that dash attack.
Yeah, Schlag, I've noticed as the match has gone on, he's done a better job of understanding just how long Kirby's hitboxes stand out. Kirby's a very good character to make reads with because a lot of his moves, last forever. So you can throw out that back air and, frame like 20-something that's still hanging out there, and you can kind of poke them with the end of it. And that's sometimes that weak hitbox, it allows for a better follow-up than the strong one. Schlag is doing a pretty good job kind of boxing him out. Could take the stock here.
Yeah, and he will.
Tough deficit, but, it's manageable.
Definitely doing.
Oh, I think he wanted a fastfall there. It looked like he was going for the fastfall there, but just kind of hung out.
And these early recoveries that we've seen from Schlag,
yeah,
come to an end there. Whenever he was recovering high, he was actually able to avoid most of the coverage, aerial coverage that we saw.
Right. Kirby's recovery much better high than low. Once you get below the ledge, a lot of characters have that ability to maybe down tilt or forward smash or just punish him. You can with Pika, you can just drop out like a nair, hit him with the butt, and they're dead.
And they're done.
But if he's above the stage, nobody can touch that. He's maybe Jigglypuff, but it's dangerous.
Right.